बहुत डर लगता है। तुमसे दूर जाने की ख्वाहिश नहीं, पर तुम्हारी शक की नजर से बहुत डर लगता है. This is what people are telling this government. GST is a nightmare. You're having to wade through 100 different tax rates, including cesses. Multiple rates, ensuing confusion has facilitated an alarming GST evasion of 2 lakh crores, almost double the 1 lakh crore evasion that was there in fiscal year 2023. 18,000 fraudulent entries have been uncovered. Many more are likely. Senator Barry Goldwater, the Republican senator in the United States, famously said that the Income Tax Act has created more criminals than any other act of government. This is really proving true in India's case. Honourable Chairperson, the government's draconian taxation policies have turned our stock market into a breeding ground for tax uncertainty. Let's examine the facts. They're mind-boggling. 2004, capital gains tax eliminated, replaced by a 0.1% securities transaction tax. 2018, BJP government reintroducing 10% long-term capital gains tax. 2024, this long-term capital gains hiked to 12.5%. Short-term capital gains increased from 10% to 15% in 2018 to 20% in 2025. Securities transaction tax hiked by 60% in 2024. Corporate dividends, once taxed at flat 15%, are now taxed at slab rates with TDS. The government and the SEBI have together destroyed wealth creation in the stock market, both domestic and foreign. When you have Europe, when you have the US, you have Singapore, who are aggressively attracting investors, we are driving them away with policy arrogance and excessive taxation. Also, the new Income Tax Amendment Act contains something rather alarming in the fine print. Is the government trying to bring back electoral bonds in other shape or form? The bonds were declared unconstitutional in February 24 by the Supreme Court. And yet, in the new Income Tax Bill 25, Schedule 8, provisions relating to the electoral bonds are mentioned. Is this legislative oversight? In which case, very shoddy work on your part. And if it's not oversight, then it shows that you're keeping the road open so some kind of back entry to your favorite Hafta collection system. This is very clear. Electoral bond data shows that companies with negative profits donated 434 crores to the BJP. 41 companies under investigation donated 2,500 crores to the BJP. 30 companies facing investigation donated 335 crores. Madam Finance Minister, the CBDT in your hand is an engine to spur India's growth through transparent and progressive taxation. Please do not turn it into another rogue agency like the ED and the CBI, who have essentially become professional collection agents for this government. 193 cases pursued by the ED, 2 convictions. 2 convictions. 97% of ED cases are against opposition politicians. 23 of 25 switched to BJP, cases were dropped. We are now truly in an Orwellian state. The finance bill doesn't merely focus on taxation. It gives the government sweeping powers of surveillance under the guise of preventing tax evasion. The government now seeks the right to monitor emails, see social media accounts, private messages. The finance ministry can share this data with the enforcement directorate, with the IT department and all other agencies. If 97% of this country is tax exempt, then who will the tax authority scrutinize? The poor 3% who are actually paying taxes, who are the hardworking individuals, who are propping up the service sector. Instead of using Pegasus secretly, the government is now openly spying in the name of suspicion. The new income tax law enables the sharing of information across 10 government agencies. Is this the government's idea of respecting tax-paying citizens who are funding its coffers? I've got time, madam, 2 minutes. While I always try and stick to the narrow confines of topical debate, I am now going to take a cue from the Honourable Prime Minister, who so effectively managed to speak about Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam when asked a pointed question by the US media about crony capitalists and their accountability to the law. So I too am digressing to speak on an issue which has immense controversy and intrigue attached. The story about bundles of currency notes discovered in the outhouse of a judge of the Delhi High Court. Now, the veracity of the incident is still being ascertained, but the Godi media has gone to town debating whether the appointment of judges and how the government of the day must have a preponderant say in the appointment process. We saw the Sushant Singh Rajput case suicide and how an innocent woman was vilified by the Godi media, name dragged through the mud. Same thing happened in my case. Now you see this media are trying to mahol banao. They're trying to toe the government line to suborn the higher judiciary. Someone who cannot be named in this house, who presides over a neighboring chamber, has already added his 2 cents and said how he thinks that the government should do away with the collegium system. Mark my words. Just like the Election Commission has been emasculated by the government takeover of its appointments process, this brouhaha and media plants are the beginning of an effort to bring back something like the NGAC with complete government control and do away with the collegium system. No amount of money apportioned to the judiciary will be of any avail unless its independent character is zealously guarded. This is something that we in this House must be allowed to debate. Coming back to the finance bill, it is nothing but a testament to this government's flawed economic vision. I oppose this bill because it taxes the wealth creators, ignores, I've got 10 seconds, madam, ignores the poor and empowers the government with unchecked powers of intrusion. India deserves better. I end by quoting George Orwell in 1984. Every record has been destroyed or falsified, every book rewritten, every picture has been repainted, every statue and street building has been renamed, every date has been altered. And the process is continuing day by day and minute by minute. History has stopped. Nothing exists except an endless present.
रूल है.
Thank you very much, madam.
पॉइंट ऑफ ऑर्डर है. स्पीकर का डायरेक्शन 115 है. वो ये कहता है कि कोई भी माननीय सदस्य यदि कोई आरोप लगाते हैं, एक बड़ा आरोप उन्होंने ईडी और सीबीआई पर लगाया कि वो सरकार की तरफ से जो है पैसा कलेक्ट करते हैं. मेरा आग्रह होगा कि उनको ऑथेंटिकेट करने के लिए कहिए कि ईडी और सीबीआई ने कौन सा टैक्स कलेक्ट गवर्नमेंट के लिए किया, किन लोगों को परेशान किया. यदि नहीं करते हैं तो एक्सपंज करिए और नहीं तो प्रिविलेज चलाइए.
Thank you very much, madam, for giving me an opportunity to speak.